Bop, 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 bop. Let's go. Geeks are in the building. UFC 278. Usman versus Edwards. Dose. We are in Salt Lake City, Utah at the Vivint Arena. Let's get after it. We are breaking down the picks, the main card picks. We're going to start from the bottom, work our way up. Pretty decent card here. Repping Wakanda, the man himself, the Black Panther. Let's get into it. First fight of the night. Heavyweights, actually light heavyweights, former heavyweight, Harry Hunsucker, gonna shave some extra fat down, get down to light heavyweight. He is 7-5. He's gonna fight Tyson Pedro, 8-3, notorious knockout artist. Man, Tyson Pedro should win this fight. Harry Hunsucker has been clipped multiple times. We've all seen it. But minus 850 is the line for Tyson Pedro. And that is just a turnoff, my boys. That is just not fun. That's nothing you can really play with. So, I mean, if you're looking at this fight, maybe parlay it with another big favorite I'll talk about later, or a small dabble on Hunsucker is not really the worst thing. I mean, it's a heavyweight bout. Plus 550 is ridiculous. Let's see it, man. Or I guess I keep saying heavyweight. It's a light heavyweight bout, but it's gonna feel like a heavyweight bout. What do you got, Goosey?
Yeah, obviously for Harry Hunsucker being on the pay-per-view main card, they're trying to boost Tyson Pedro here because he does have that potential to grow into a name for the UFC. So he will get my pick, but absolutely no money line play here. Like you can't give this guy 850 after beating Ike Villanueva. Um, but he's probably going to go out, start eating away with leg kicks, and find a finish. Both these guys, their best path to victory is inside. So I would say under 2.5, maybe even under 1.5 would probably be the most solid option here. But if I have to give a pick, it's most likely going to be Tyson Pedro. Hunsucker, I mean, he's a big boy. He has quick punches. He throws punches and bunches, so he could find that chin in a flurry, but the odds of that are very low. So, in a pick to win the fight, I'm going to pick Tyson Pedro.
Yeah, I mean, I think Hunsucker makes it more competitive than the line shows, but yeah, I'm still gonna roll with Pedro. What do you got, Fish?
Yeah, the odds are astronomical on this. But I mean Tyson Pedro, definitely the threat standing up. Hunsucker's been knocked out his last two fights. Pedro just knocked out no one but the best, Ike Villanueva. And I'm riding with Pedro on this one. Probably KO. It's probably the only route I've got.
All right, let's move into the next boot. This one is a heavyweight scrap, and this is Marcin Tybura, 22-7, coming out against Alexander Romanov, 16-0. I mean, do you think that Romanov is going to be able to get this fight to the ground, get his top position, do what he usually does, or is Tybura going to be, buck wild kicking off of Mr. Black Belt? Tybura's got a little bit of, ground game himself. The only thing in this fight is the size advantage for Romanov. He's always so much bigger than guys. He throws guys that are even his same size around. It's going to be tough night out for Marcin Tybura if he can last through the first round. He does have a chance. I mean, Romanov has showed to gas out, but I think Romanov's going to be too much of a threat standing and takedowns. He's going to have Marcin Tybura guessing. He's going to end up taking him down. He's going to end up ground and pound and getting a finish. End of the first round. That's what I think. If it goes to the second, I'm definitely shaking. I'm looking at the live odds for Tybura, undoubtedly. What do you got, Fishman?
Yeah, and this one, I mean, I kind of want to ride with that plus 350. Tybura's last 6-5-1. Only L is to Volkov, so he's looking pretty good. Takedown defense is at 82%. But with Romanov, it's just is this guy? This guy is really, really could be that dude. He's a ground whiz, which is great to have at these heavier weights. You could kind of just get these people down and do what he do. But I'm gonna ride with Romanov on this one. Probably. Man, it's tough because Tibura's never even been subbed, but yeah, Romanov's probably gonna win this bout.
Goosey.
I'm going with the man that they call King Kong, Mr. Alexander Romanov here. Originally, I was a little bit back and forth just because I think Tybura is kind of that brawler that wants to go in there and grind it out, and that could give Romanov problems. But I mean, Romanov's a dude in there, and he has elite wrestling for the division. He's almost like a bigger Sergey Spivak in a way. And that win over Juan Espino really sticks out to me because I think if he can go in there and out wrestle Juan Espino, do some good things on the feet, he's gonna be able to do the same against Tybura. Personally, I think he gets out of there in the first round. He's been going in and getting out of there quick, so I think that trend continues. But yeah, I like Alexander Romanov here.
Let's go. We're moving into the next bout. We got a legend of the game, a go to the game, Jose Aldo, 31-7, bantamweight legend. Coming out against Merab Devashvili, 14-4, Georgian. This guy is crazy, man. I mean, this guy just brings that hardcore wrestling pace, man. He wants to throw you up against the octagon. He wants to grab your legs. He wants to pick you up and throw you down about 100 times, get on top of you, mount you, ground and pound you. That's how this guy likes to win fights. Of course, he'll take your back and choke you out, but this guy just likes to get grimy, get down with it, really put you in spots you don't want to be. Aldo's seen guys like this for years, and he's not done yet, man. I'm all over Aldo in this spot. I mean, I see at even money. Of course, Merab is a threat, and he's a rising prospect, and he can bring problems to Jose Aldo. But I don't see Jose Aldo getting subbed. It's a 3-round fight. So where people would usually see Aldo as like a gassing dude, he's not going to have those fourth and fifth rounds to worry about. So I think that he's going to be full of energy. I think that he's live for a knockout. I think that a jumping knee is very in the cards in this. Marab's going to be shooting like crazy. He's not going to be too comfortable on the feet with the legend Jose Aldo. He's going to be picking them apart for as long as they stand, which won't be long. But those in betweens, I think Aldo's good enough to catch him. Marab's shown that he's got a shaky chin at times. Aldo's not a guy that you're going to come back and win against, I don't think. Aldo still got it. So give me him at even money. What do you got, Fish?
Merab Dvalishvili, 7-2 in the UFC. He's on a 7-fight win streak, 6 UDs, 1 KO. Landing at a pretty good pace. And but I could tell you one thing. He does not have the strength of schedule that Jose Aldo has been competing against. This dude is a fucking vet. You cannot look at who Merab has faced and tell me, yeah, that matches up to Jose Aldo. There's no fucking way. Jose Aldo, 3-fight win streak. Cheeto, Pedro, and Aldo. Font. So I mean, this is looking good for Aldo, I think. 90% takedown defense. Cooking up a nice little formula for a Jose Aldo dub, I believe. Nice little shock the world ski.
That'd be just fantastic. What do you think, Goose?
I feel like a bad guy here, but I'm gonna fade the legend. I think that Merab thrives on going in there and just making it dirty and gritty. And Aldo has been doing his best work in clean fights. I think bantamweight Aldo has really gotten away from the leg kicks, which is what helped him negate the wrestling at 145. I don't think he's going to be coming with that same threat to the legs. He's not going to beat the front leg up of Merab. And Merab's going to have the power to make him hesitant to go forward. I think we see Aldo moving backwards a lot, and that goes right into the game plan of Merab here. We do see chin issues on Merab sometimes, but I mean, you get hit with some clean shots like he has gotten hit with, anyone's going to wobble. But he has not been one to go down. He's not been one to give up. He got rocked his last fight out and still ended up being able to get his wits about him, come back, and get the 3rd-round finish. I think his win over John Dotson stylistically sticks out to me, that he's able to go in there against a guy with good takedown defense, still grind it out, pose enough threat on the feet to open the takedowns up. And I just think this is going to be a dirty fight in front of the fans, and that's going to play into Merab's wheelhouse. He's a younger guy. I think Aldo is older than that 35 years old says. I think he's got a few extra years on there, to be honest. But I'm going to pick Merab here. I don't feel good about it. I feel bad, but I do think he goes in there and gets it done.
You should feel bad. We're moving into the next one. Let's go to the co-main. Your boy, we got the kid from Brazil, Paulo Costa, 13-2, coming out against, where's he been, man? Luke Rockhold, 16-5. Light heavyweight scrap. Lot on this fight, man. Let's see if Paulo Costa makes weight this time. That'll be a fun game we can play. Maybe put a little wager on that. Luke Rockhold, he's good, man. And I see Paulo Costa getting kicked in the head. Like, I could see it happening easily. Paulo Costa walking forward, trying to, start a fist fight, and then one of those question mark kicks just popping him in the head. But the thing is, that's not going to be the first thing that happens. And I can't depend on Luke Rockhold's chin for a minute of this fight. I mean, he hasn't been in the octagon in years. The last time we saw him, he was getting spilled. Until he comes out and shows the people that he's really back, I mean, I'm going to take Paulo Costa to walk forward and throw bombs at this guy. I mean, no offense to Rockhold, not like, trying to disrespect him, but, you can't leave the octagon for this long and then just step back into such a high caliber fight when it seemed like your chin was leaving you the same time you were leaving the sport. So give me Paulo Costa in this one. I think he's a little bit of a big favorite, but I think that he's going to be worth it. I mean, as long as he doesn't get sparked with a head kick, I think that he's live for a knockout in this fight. So let's go. Goosey, what do you got?
My boy Paulo Costa, the funniest man on MMA Twitter. He's been posting videos though. He's grinding. The weight looks good. I think he's coming in shape, and we're going to see the best version of Paulo Costa. And that is not good for Luke Rockhold because stylistically, I think this isn't the best matchup for Paulo Costa. He's shown against Izzy, which Luke Rockhold does have a similar style to Izzy. That distance striking, he's lengthy, he has good kicks, but in a fight where I can't count on Luke Rockhold to go in there and be his best, I expect a little ring rust. I think that with his chin issues in the past, Paulo's going to find his chin. He's Borachina, he's the eraser, and I think he erases Luke Rockhold in this one. Hot take from Goosey, I think this fight's done in under a minute. I hate to say it, but I think he goes in there and gets out in under 60 seconds. So that's what I'm going with for Paulo Costa.
Can you imagine if Luke Rockhold comes out and tries to wrestle, man? That would be something. That would be something. Not something I would see coming, but sheesh. Fishman, what do you got?
Give me Paulo Costa in this one. I mean, the dude is heavy-handed, and I just think the chin's been cracked a little too many times on Rockhold's side. Rockhold definitely not a slouch though. Just hasn't been active and just been kind of falling behind here. Paulo, 2 losses to 2 very good guys in the division, but he's about to break this streak. And that dude's a scary motherfucker, man. Scary motherfucker. I'll go with it's over in, give me 120 seconds.
Oh, let's go.
Okay, the boys are looking for violence and they're looking for it quick. We're moving into the main event. We have got the Nightmare, Kamaru Usman, the boy. We are going into that fight against Leon Edwards for the second time. Leon Edwards, 19-3, Kamaru Usman, 20-1. Kamaru Usman has already stated he's going to wrestle. Are his knees okay, man? I mean, he's been saying he's had bad knees for a while. He's coming off hand surgery. A lot of things are pointing towards Leon. Thing is, I can't see Leon get hit by Nate Diaz as hard as he gets hit in the 5th round, almost blow that entire opportunity, and then turn around and say he's going to beat Kamaru Usman through 5 rounds. I mean, Kamaru Usman, he is going to have that wrestling in his back pocket. I don't think his knees are that bad. I think he's on a mission. things do look like they could go Leon's way, but I'm just not gonna ride that. I think Usman's gonna hold his own. He's gonna have the wrestling in his back pocket. I think his striking's come a long way. Hopefully he doesn't get too antsy and fall in love with his hands. But I think that his striking will be good enough with his takedown, threat to just have Leon guessing the whole fight, win an easy decision, 4-1, maybe 3-2 if Leon can maybe get his own takedown one or two of these rounds. So let's go with that. What do you got, Kusi?
Yeah, this one, I was questioning Kamaru Usman's dedication a little bit, not dedication, but you see he had the hand surgery. He broke his hand his last fight, and then you see he's coming out in the next Black Panther movie. But I'm gonna trust him to go in and get it done because while Leon is good, he also, if you look at the stats and total strikes, got outstruck by about 50 to Nate Diaz. I know most of those were from bottom, but even the significant strikes, Leon outstruck him by one significant strike. And I think if Nate can go in there and touch you up on the feet, the power of Usman's going to show up and eventually get it done. I picked Kamaru because I think he can go out there, wrestle his way to a decision. And if he does find himself in trouble, the fight's not over till the bell for Leon because Kamaru has a lot of paths to victory, whether it's knockout. I don't see the submission, but I do see the wrestling ground and pound could get to him. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Kamaru on more paths to victory. And you look, he was beating Nate because he was able to out physical Nate. He was able to throw him down when they were getting in the clinch, all that stuff. He's not going to be able to be the more physical one in this fight against Kamaru. He's going to need to keep it clean. And I just see it being a matter of time before Kamaru puts some good hands on him and really, really starts hurting him in there. I think I would like to see Leon win, but I don't see it happening. So give me Kamaru here, even though it is a bit hefty on like the -4 or 500 at this point.
Yeah, I feel like you really got to thump Kamaru with something heavy. And if you can't thump Nate Diaz with something heavy, then good luck. What do you got, Fishman?
Yeah, with this one, I'm riding with Kamaru. And yeah, basically, I just think Kamaru is just going to out specimen him. And that means he's just going to come in bigger. He's going to, if anyone in the world doesn't think, I mean, maybe this is just how my brain is working. I think 20 minutes of this fight at least is going to be up against the cage in the clinch. And he's just going to fucking keep him there. He's just going to keep him wherever he wants. You press him against the fucking cage. And if you want to take him down, take him down. But the old foot stompage, thigh hammer fist it's coming. It's coming.
Let's go. All right. Well, those are the picks. Those are the the Geeker visions. So tune in for more interviews, content, the whole 9 yards. Thanks for tuning in. Let's go, baby. Geeks are out.